Ball State University, we believe that the only opportunity greater than going to college or to grad school is having the college or the grad school come to you. Our online degree programs do just that. Classes, your advisor, library services, support services, professors who become mentors, counselors, and confidants are all just a click away. Our 70-plus online programs were built on the backbone of a traditional but innovative university where graduates are prepared to be real-world ready. Online learning is designed to fit your schedule, so you can access classes, interact with classmates, and pose hard questions to your professors, whether you're at home, at work, or at your kid's soccer game. Although content is the same, courses from Ball State Online come to you in a different package. Our faculty design these classes in collaboration with expert instructional designers. Our course designers know the methodologies and tools for making online classes online communities. And now, more about an online program that you're interested in.
Logistics and supply chain, warehousing, fulfillment is a main driver of our economy. And the only way to really build bench strength is to have more and more supply chain grads come out of great schools like Ball State.
So Ball State decided to fill the gap, to meet a demand.
We needed to have this based on what the needs of the local companies were. So that's driven our curriculum. It drives our different projects that we do.
I think most college freshmen coming into Ball State that are in business, if you ask them to define what logistics and supply chain is, they probably can't answer it.
Logistics was something I hadn't heard of before.
I went in not knowing a whole lot about it.
What is logistics and supply chain management?
I'd say logistics and supply chain management is how stuff gets to you.
Moving something from point A to point B anywhere in the world.
Knitting together all the different functions within an organization to make sure the product is coming out and getting to the customer in a timely manner.
That entire process of moving product from a point of origination to the end user, the end customer, to a great degree is that supply chain, and that process of getting it there is logistics.
Whether it's food, car, your iPhone.
Every company that you can think of has logistics and supply chain challenges in what they do.
So we need people with expertise in logistics to make sure that we're able to connect and transfer this all the way from the manufacturing point until the end of the consumer.
Supply chain management people work in a number of different roles, but they become essentially problem solvers.
Not only do we solve problems, but we deal with all entities in the company. So we're dealing with corporate, with executive, with marketing, with finance.
And so when you actually talk with a company about which of their people work in supply chain, sometimes they'll say all of them.
So it's not just one siloed view of the business. You get to explore countless opportunities.
If you think about a supply chain management professional, there is many fields that you can go to.
You can do about anything.
You might be a transportation router.
You can go to marketing, you can go to sales.
You've got finance, you've got operations, you've got customer service.
You could spend your whole career being just an outstanding scheduler and planner.
Managing every piece of the product coming in as a raw material, making it into something, moving to a distribution facility, and then ultimately to the customer.
I describe it as almost like an interstate system. There are so many on-ramps into supply chain, and likewise there are so many detours that you can take in your career.
It has just a variety, just such a broad selection.
So much room to grow with any company you go with.
It's a hugely growing field, and there's so many interesting roles that there's usually something for everyone.
So this big picture view and well-rounded type of individual is what companies are after.
There's a lot of people that work in logistics supply chain industry that do it without a college degree. The people that we graduate are the ones that are doing the leading, making a lot of the decisions, and trying to bring the operations together.
We're tasked as being problem solvers every day, and to have 4 years under your belt of true higher education learning is just absolutely critical.
The 4-year degree really gives you the opportunity to take a deep dive educationally.
It was developed with the best programs in the country in mind, but it was built with industry to meet their needs.
What I really appreciate is that they really focus on bringing the breadth of knowledge from executives that are dominating this market today, and they make sure that they adjust their curricular program to infuse what's meaningful to teach to these students today.
The coursework was fun, taught me a lot about just different aspects of business. It was broad, but yet focused at the same time.
So the program here at Ball State is very good about connecting you.
It led to a lot of different opportunities in internships.
20 years ago, internships were sort of an afterthought. It was, oh, you probably should have an internship. That'd be great for your career. Now they're mandatory.
I think it makes a lot of sense as you're graduating to have 1, 2, or 3 internships under your belt.
If you're a freshman, you should be thinking about an internship now.
Exposure to daily work, so daily routine, daily activities.
Companies today are looking for people that they can bring in and can immediately have an impact.
They are really, truly like a 3-month job interview for us.
What that does is provide you an outstanding opportunity to, one, determine if this is something you really want to do. It also offers you the opportunity to decide if maybe this is something you don't want to do.
We look for interns to turn into full-time employees.
We are looking for fresh thinking.
All of our graduates, recent graduates, have had, jobs well before graduation. Most of them multiple job offers, some 4, 5, 6 offers.
A lot of you online will probably already have positions. So internships can be done a number of ways then. Perhaps the company that you're at with expanded roles, could be with a new company part-time, or it could be with a new company full-time that you anticipate actually long-term employment with.
There's a huge need in the industry. This is a growing industry. We need you.
Another one of the highlights would be the Capstone experience.
The Capstone project is a tough project.
The Capstone course allows you to tackle a real life problem at an organization.
The company gives us a high-level problem that we have to pick apart and decide what are the most likely avenues to help them save money.
The Capstone course that we took here was really, really great.
The amount of opportunities to work as a team with different group members.
Real life situations, team building, and putting everything together.
And it shows you really what the problems companies are having.
So for example, one of my student groups did a project for a medical company and helped them improve their delivery of services to customers and reduce costs, about $800,000, which was pretty good for that group. I had another group that cut about $400,000 in shipping costs.
They came in like they were junior business consultants to help us to solve some real world problems.
You have to brainstorm. You have to define the processes.
I didn't realize how much I actually knew until I did the Capstone course. And then when the light bulbs start turning on, you realize, wow, my education's really starting to pay off. I really learned how to work with other people, how to work with a company, and add value.
Out of those groups, we actually now have 4 full-time employees.
We had our CEO, all of the executive management team there listening to the presentations. And again, that's something you're not going to get at every university.
Even in a virtual experience, it's hands-on because you're getting the data from this particular location and you're making sense out of it.
And the hope of the students and the management team is that those ideas are good enough and practical enough they can be put in place and actually used going forward by that company.
The key thing that companies want to know today is not just a list of what you've done, but how have you made a difference? Because when students are done, they have applied experience that they can talk about, but also that they can go replicate when they go somewhere else.
The collaboration for online students participating in this is going to be interesting because we'll have multiple student teams working from multiple locations.
That's the way it is for a lot of individuals and companies today, right now, where you work in teams remotely from different locations.
How do you work within a company when you have different pieces of that company all across the world? We have the capabilities at Ball State to bring people together from multiple locations to meet, to talk, and to collaborate, and that's going to be one of the strengths also that enables students to do this.
A degree in supply chain right now is more critical than ever.
In my opinion, we are sort of at the tip of the iceberg.
Start as early as you can. Time is of the essence.
The opportunities are not just local or national for students, but they're global.
We're looking for good people.
This is hot. If you interview for a job today, chances are that you're going to be hired tomorrow because there are not enough professionals out there.
The Ball State experience in logistics and supply chain is something I've never seen before.
Our students have found jobs in a wide range of excellent companies.
Be open to all the different possibilities.
Obviously, the growth is there in logistics and supply chain, and Ball State is seizing the opportunity.
I've noticed that they really care about their students and they help you with anything you need.
I can't say enough about the Miller College faculty, the administration.
They're very dedicated. They have tremendous experience.
They want the students to succeed.
They have a lot of good ideas of ways to engage students.
They are actively involved in ensuring that students are going to get out into internships.
So this really is an exciting area because not only do you start with a good salary, but the salary goes up pretty quickly. And in this industry, if you have the aspirations of being a CEO someday, that can happen.
And if you get yourself in a position to get that 4-year degree and that big package, your opportunities are limitless. And I know right now my former students that have graduated really love what they're doing, and the companies are very happy with them as well.
When we say the campus comes to you, we mean that the same academic services that benefit on-campus students come to you online, available 24/7 on your laptop. For example, orientation, advising, tutoring, tutorials for study skills, a technology help desk, the full services of the university libraries, the Learning Center, the Writing Center, even career services. These concierge-style services are just a click, email, or phone call away. At Ball State, you won't go online alone. Our online classroom has been recognized for best practices, including awards that have made us a national online education leader. Because our costs are competitive, we give you quality and value, and a high return on your tuition investment. Award-winning degree programs are good news for you because today's employers are asking for graduates and mid-career professionals who can think critically, communicate clearly, and solve complex problems, which will describe you when you are transformed intellectually and professionally into a proud new alumnus of Ball State University.